Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Frozen Frontier.
Yep.
So, you guys spot these creatures. They're like a mile away. You're getting closer.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about how you're getting closer. I want you guys to give me details, right? Otherwise, I'm just going to assume you walk directly towards them with no...
Yeah, I mentioned this. Like we were, we started like a mile out, right?
Yeah.
And we were gonna close some of that distance, get like maybe a half mile out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were gonna start moving more stealthily, like moving from cover to cover, trying to stay out of sight.
I think maybe, like go back onto the bank of the river and move through the forest rather than move directly on the...
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean that's the goal. Like move with cover to like shield us from any sort of watching eyes, because they might have a lookout, and we don't want to be spotted early.
We want to get Faris in range.
The goal is for us to be able to attack from range before they know we're there.
And I think the idea is for Ferris and I to circle around from the cliff above the beach.
And just start shooting them.
Maybe I should approach them first.
You have
See
a
if
crossbow, right?
I
No.
do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but what if they are humans? Maybe I should approach them first.
If they're humans, we can kill them and collect their fur.
No. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can't get a closer look. Let's get in range, and then we can have Grimes climb a tree and see if they can.
Am I able to find a lookout tree within a couple thousand feet of them?
Yeah. So when you're on the ground and you don't have someone up in a tree, you more or less lose sight of them because they're so far away and there's, slight snowbanks in the way and stuff. So every time that you march for 15 minutes or whatever and then climb another tree, they're in a slightly different position. And it looks like they've gone down the edge of the river and now they're headed southward along the beach. Like they're not just holding position. They're actively on the move.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's pick up the pace.
So are they
then.
still in that bay, or are they headed south?
They're headed south along the coast.
Okay.
Let's pick up the pace.
Yep.
All right. Let's we double speed. Try and catch up with them.
Okay. Let me roll some dice here. All right. What do you want to do about it when you get to the actual coast itself? Are you gonna walk along the beach shore, or are you gonna walk along the upper ridge?
Is there a tree line we can stay in?
Yeah, it's kind of a spotty tree line. It's not well defined.
Could Faris and Yaramir stay on the edge of the ridge and be in range to shoot them on the beach? Like, I know Yaramir won't be able to, but
How far is the cliff from the beach?
The beach is like 30 feet, and then there's cliff. So the cliff overlooks the beach exactly?
Yeah, but it depends how high the cliff is.
The cliff is like 30 feet.
Okay. That's easy.
Okay, so I would like to step out ahead of the party and hide as I step out to the cliff to get a view and see where they are relative to where we pop out. I don't know if you want me to roll a hide check or if it's...
Yeah, give me just one sec here while I examine this thing. Okay. So yes, I would like you to be making us a hide check at some point. Why don't you go ahead and make me your hide check now?
All right, I'm not going to bother with any modifiers for cover or anything.
Let's see. You do not have. You have prepared cover, so that's a +4. I would say you're up on top of the cliff, right?
Yes.
So I would say there's fairly abundant cover up here. At least you're going to have your pick of the cover. So that's another +4 for abundant cover. I would say it's neither poor nor good, so no modifier for that. And there's no lighting or distracted modifier. So what is that, like
so
+8?
+8. Okay. Good thing, too.
All right, so you put yourself in a 28 hide behind some cover.
And peer out of whatever bushes and look down the cliff.
Okay. Let me give me just one moment to modify what I had in order for it to make sense. The rest of the party, how far behind are you, right? Because you're having to... Grimes is either having to run ahead of you all, or you're having to wait a little bit for him to get separate from the party.
I think it's a little of both. I mean, we get near the cliff, and I say, hold back, let me see if I can spot them.
But my plan is to go down onto the beach.
So you're going from the beach. Grimes is going from the cliffs.
Yeah, Grimes and I are going to be on top of the cliff, and once he like,
Okay.
because he's the one hiding, so I think
Mhm.
Ferris is probably back out of sight and just kind of like following where he would not be able to be seen. And like as soon as Grimes gives him the word to shoot, he's gonna poke over the edge of the cliff and start firing arrows.
Mhm.
Do you want friend on beach?
You maybe best stay on the cliffs, Yaramir.
All right. Don't say I did not offer.
Just jump off the cliff.
No, I do not wish to die.
Faris, if I get surrounded, you come down.
Sure.
All right.
Are you sure? If you get surrounded, there's a very small chance I'd be able to hit you.
Yeah, I suppose. All right. So I wait for the word from Grimes, because if they're orcs or something, we can just attack them. But if they're humans, then I'll approach them.
Mhm.
Okay. Give me just 1 sec here. Some things need to get changed around a little bit.
So it would be nice in this thief document to put a table of contents or whatever, so you can link to the specific skills.
There should be on the left side. There should be an outline, and you should be able to
How
click
do
on that.
you
So you're not seeing the
see-
outline. Go
No.
to view. No, not view.
I don't. I mean, I see it when I do like other.
If you go to tools and then document outline, it should pop up. I see it there already for me.
Okay. Okay. I'll
Does
see if I
that
can
did that
get
show up for you?
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing, and now it's like taking forever to load. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So what do I see when I poke out from hiding?
I was actually trying to
I am
give you.
hiding.
Yeah, I was trying to give you an actual everything, a token and a map to work with.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, but
Hey, badass.
things are lagging a little bit and not quite working as
Oh,
expected.
there's the outline.
You see it now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
I didn't see
Welcome.
anything.
Well,
Oh,
no, he's talking
no,
about
the-
something.
My thief skills.
Why is this not... Dude, everything roll 20 is lagging like a bitch.
Let me just test it.
Why do you not want to show me Grimes?
Oh, it seems to be working alright for me.
I think he's on a separate screen.
I am on a separate screen, yeah. I'm somewhere fancy.
That's unfortunate.
just want to roll some dice.
I know. Who's doing that? Take away from that screen. You guys are terrible.
Have a bit of respect, Sean.
Hey.
That's
I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary whatsoever.
I'll delete it for Sean.
It's fine. Oh, perfect. We have tokens for everybody.
That one kind of just looks like a Swedish fish.
Yeah, it does.
Nick, you use sword and shield?
Yes.
Okay. And you're a wizard with tattoos. What color is your hair? Do you have dark hair, Greg? Light hair? No, you're bald,
No hair.
right?
I do not have any hair.
Okay. I don't think I
I
have
either shave my whole body or I'm completely hairless for some unknown reason. I would not
You
decide.
trained so hard that you went bald.
Okay. Here we go. Perfect. Now I could just need to make character tokens. Talk for you guys. Talk while I set up some things for a moment.
I mean,
Grimes,
witty banter.
what do you see?
Oh, no, you know what we need to do? We're
I
coming
don't
back
know.
from
The
break,
GM
so...
hasn't told me yet. We just
No,
came
we're coming back from
break.
break, so I want to hear the thoughts of what's going through
Yaramir, I think.
Ferris's.
Or Grimes.
No,
we already did
Yaramir.
Grimes.
We already did Ferris. Yaramir, what's going through your head while you're tracking these
He's
things?
bloody cold. Very fucking cold. I cannot believe how cold it is. Ugh. Why did I agree to come? Ugh. Oh, yes. Oh, what are these things? I am sure they are probably just people from camp. We are not far. I wish to find hieroglyphs. I wonder if Elf Boy will allow me to look at his tattoo again. I did not get good etching last time. This Grimes fellow seems to be a little bit underhanded. But I like him. He reminds me of young me. But he's older. I don't. I like this group. I have to make better friends with Quartermaster. I feel like we do not have enough supplies. Perhaps I shall put on the Yaromir charm. Yeah. Oh, so cold. Why so cold? I should have brought more vodka.
I love your ability to just delay.
Do you need to stretch? I can keep stretching.
Yaromir has just the best ability to spew stuff out of his mouth.
It is. You cannot keep... The one thing is, you cannot blame me for whatever spills out of my mouth. All kinds of strange things will come. It is trouble my head.
Okay.
Oh! Yaromir's tattoos need to be re-examined. I forgot to change spells. Hopefully I have opportunity to Burning Touch.
Oh shit.
All
I'm
right,
up.
so the party is fairly well separated. Nick, you're down here with Yaromir.
I think Yaromir was staying up on the cliffs with us.
He told
Okay.
me stay up high, so I am freezing ass off.
All right,
waiting
so
for-
Kel William is down on the beach by himself. Grimes has found a bit of cover.
Hands in the way.
I will show chat the map in just a minute. I'm setting everyone else up. And I think Yaromir and Ferris, you guys are right there. Grimes, you're over here. Can everyone move their token?
I can't. I have to zoom way.
Am
the
I?
fuck
Oh,
in. I don't know where.
yes, I
any-
can.
Yes.
You're right here, Yaromir.
Ah,
Should they not be like near the cliff where I am?
You are. You're where... I mean, you can be right there. You can be on the cliff, by the cliff. But you're still down here.
God, I'm ages away. I'm like,
You said you wanted to be down on the ground, and they're up on the cliffs, and, you know,
What
that's
is-
what happens
isn't
when
there
you're
a-
walking along
What
the
is this
cliffside.
right here?
hang on,
Can
hang on,
you-
hang on. But wouldn't I be? I'm on the beach near where they're on the cliff, right? That's the point.
So what I'm saying is that you went down on the beach, they're up on the cliff, and you guys were chasing after the creatures, because they're not staying stationary. They're
Yeah.
moving. So when you come down onto the beach, they're already well ahead of you. So you're not coming down at that choke point that you see up there. You've been following them on the beach, and this is the area where you're catching up to them, and the rest of the party is above them. This is...
Yaromir is too far away.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yaromir
so
realizes now.
So is this map to scale?
This map is to scale,
Preoccupied.
yes.
So they're like 150 feet
Long.
away.
Yes.
Yes, I believe that's inside of my short range. Let me
Yeah, that's
check.
short range.
hang on. Sorry, can I'm not sure I understand. Like, if I've come from this direction, wouldn't the party be on the cliff up here?
Yeah, but
Yes.
the party has moved ahead of you because they have an easier walking point, right? You're not like walking lockstep with them because you're on the ground, you're all near the beach, which is going to be a lot more difficult of terrain, and they're up on the cliffside, which is a lot easier terrain. And they don't
Right,
see
it's-
you, and you
they'd be
guys
like-
aren't talking to one another because you're tracking this other party of
Okay.
creatures. So they've managed to move quite a bit ahead of you.
All right.
Does that make sense? Like this is the problems of splitting the party is you can't be in perfect situations with each other. Just one
I would have
side
thought
ends
that
up ahead of the other.
they could see me though, right? As they were walking, they'd be able to see where I am.
Sometimes,
until the
only if they're
last
at the
minute or
very
so.
edge of the cliff. But if they're at the very edge of the cliff, then they risk being spotted by the enemy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna stay around this corner then.
Okay. So,
Oh, wait, is that Yaromir?
so you guys are up here. The other three of you are up here on the cliff. And
Mhm.
you look down and you see down by the bottom side these very large canine-like creatures. These look like all accounts to be gnolls.
All right.
A
Ferris
large
is
party
gonna-
of them.
Cool. Ferris is going to look over at Grimes with like an arrow knocked and start to draw it back a little bit.
I give a shrug.
All
with
right.
my crossbow, and I
Yep.
guess we're just
We
going to
both
start
poke
taking
up and
pot
start
shots
firing
at
arrows.
the gnolls.
Okay.
God,
You
we
guys
take
have
gnolls?
surprise.
They're both in short. They're all in short range. I guess I'm going to surprise on the guy with the shield because he doesn't. Might as well get the guy with good AC first.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about what you see for a moment because these tokens are not perfect.
Okay.
None of these guys actually have shields. They're
Okay.
all wearing thick hides, and they all have spears. But the one that has the shield is a little bit larger than the rest and seems to be the leader, and he's guiding them. And before we fully launch into combat, I would like to take a moment to touch on the difficulty of healing in this setting. There's no clerical magic, so healing is going to be recovered at 1 or 2 points per day back in camp. So if you guys fight these gnolls and you take, let's say, 10 points of damage, you're going to be spending like a week resting. And since you've been here all of 2 days, I just want you guys to consider not fighting until dead at every single possible turn because that could set you back even farther.
Can't we be getting like 2 or 3 HP a day if we're fully
Depends
rested?
on all the different things, but you could get 2 HP a day, you could get 3 HP a day, you could get 1 a day. It's a mix of things, right?
Yeah, so
What's
it
going on?
wouldn't be 2 weeks if we
It
lost
would be
10
a
HP.
week. If ever you lost
Yeah.
10 HP, it could be a week. Yeah.
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 Okay. So Neal, is this a big rock here? Right, they wouldn't be able to. So could I be like there? Is that ice in front of me as well?
Why don't we just leave you back here, and on your turn you can move there if you want.
All right.
Is this a log right here, Neal?
Yes.
Um,
So you guys have surprise up on the
Yeah.
the side.
I'm gonna stop for a second and get some rope set up for myself. So I'm gonna tie rope to the log, and then tie the other end to my climbing harness.
Okay.
So I'm ready to rappel off the cliff if and when I need to.
Sure. You take a moment to set yourself up, and the monsters keep moving.
All right, and then after that minute, I guess I'll give the signal to.
Oh no.
So yeah, we get. Is this
yeah.
flank or back attack for our shots?
This would be flank.
Okay, so D20 plus 4. Oh, do you get a surprise bonus of like
Yes.
1? So D20 plus 5.
Yeah, you can move again, Nick, since they waited a minute to get into position. So you can go ahead and move yourself like up to 12 squares.
So one for flank, one for back attack.
Yes.
One.
No, 1 for flank, 1 for surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's what I meant. Yeah, one for flank,
Okay.
one for surprise. All right.
Pick your targets.
I'm targeting this guy who's closest
Same.
with the 23. I think that's a crit, actually.
23 is a double crit, actually, and a
Ooh,
16
so
is a hit.
3d6.
So it looks like we.
Okay. Out of nowhere, seemingly, you guys launch an attack.
I guess we.
So 16 damage there.
+3 from my crossbow.
Or yeah, I was adding ours together.
All right, we're just going to pull out the dice temporarily. We can put them back in later.
And
Okay. So you both target that same knoll with, what is that, a 13 and a
16
3 for
total.
damage? Yeah.
Yep. And
Your
then,
2 arrows sink into the knoll and he collapses to the ground.
for my second surprise shot, I'll target the guy right next to him.
Okay. Make me roll to hit.
25.
Another
Nice.
crit. Add mark
that-
ammunition off. That's the same thing.
Yep.
Double crit.
Okay. 5 damage. That's pretty bad.
And you do 5 points of damage. And Ryan, second shot.
I only get one.
Crossbow.
Oh, right, crossbow. Okay, and now we're going to roll initiative.
Cool.
We doing group or individual?
Individual initiative. And if possible, you could add your initiative to the turn order thing. If you right-click on your token and say "Add to turn," you can then input
I
initiatives.
need permission to touch my token.
Whoa! What did I?
You don't have permission to touch your token.
I don't know what is add to turn. There's no like tooltip for this.
Jaromir does not have a player assigned to him.
How?
I think you just have to select your token and roll for initiative.
I just forgot to assign Jaromir to Jaromir. That's all.
Wait, what?
There you go.
Where-
Jaromir, you should be able to do it now.
What is the initiative button?
Don't ignore the initiative button. We're not doing that.
No. Like, you want us to add us to the turn order, right? How do we
Right.
do that?
Right-click on your character and say "Add to turn," or "Add turn."
That's, to be fair, I
can't
didn't
do
see
that.
that, Neil. I think
That's
you have
not
to do
available.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't even
Yeah.
right-click on my character.
that. If you add us to the initiative token, we might be able to add our own initiative in there.
Sure. Still sorting our way through roll 20. You guys can't.
No, nothing
What's
happens
going
when I
on
right
with
click
this?
on this character.
See, those were the problems I'm talking about. I'm just having trouble having you guys get the correct permissions for your characters. Can you not move your characters even?
I
Yes,
can
can.
move
Yeah,
it
yeah,
now,
I can move
and I
it.
can
know
add
this-
conditions, but
I think only the
can't-
DM can do this turn order.
All
I
right.
can't do the turn order thing.
Also,
Alright,
Neil,
fine.
we can go over it next time, but there's a way you can do it so that you can.
Oh, I
click
can
on
edit
the
my
creature.
my turn order
Yeah.
on the thing now that it's on the list.
Okay. Cool.
How come
Yeah.
I'm the only one with the name?
Except I think by default, roll 20 has higher go first.
That we can sort it out so it goes lower, goes first.
Mhm.
I can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can just read in
descend.
reverse order.
Yeah.
Neal,
That's a thing that people can do.
Nick.
for next time, there's a way you can do it. So you can click on the creature. You can type like you just do it some different punctuation, and when you roll initiative, it'll automatically
Yes.
add their initiative in.
Yes. That is something that we will get around to eventually.
Yes.
Okay.
Are these things really that much bigger than us? We look tiny.
They're size large, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like 7 or 8 feet tall.
I think that's still medium.
These are they are large, medium-sized creatures.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
I
turn
think
order.
gnolls are large.
Maybe rules as written, but I have them slightly different.
The turn order doesn't show up as like in order for me.
Yeah,
He-
I haven't
he needs
ordered
to
it yet.
sort it.
I'm waiting
Okay.
for everyone to input all of their
I think
initiative.
we're just
okay.
missing Yaromir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled. I can't input anything.
Oh, you can't change it on the
Can
turn order?
I was able
I'll
to
change it
click
then.
on the
I
number
have no
itself.
access to the. Oh, never mind. I'm just a dumbass.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it took me a while to get that
Sorry,
too.
my fault.
All right.
There we go.
Yaromir, you are first.
Yay.
All right.
Don't you have slings or something?
Huh?
Don't you have a sling?
I do, but I'm not using it right now.
I didn't even know you had one.
All right, so I begin tracing out a glyph just in front of me as I begin chanting words in this strange kind of Russian cant, and a shimmering barrier appears in front of me as I cast shield,
Ooh.
and then I guess I will move closer because I need to be able to be in range.
All right. So we're gonna do combat in units. So a full move is your movement range in squares, since we're in like a snowy area. So if, on your turn you can move 12 squares, or you can take an action and move 6 squares.
Yep.
So you cast a spell and then you can
Yeah.
move 6 squares.
Move there as I try to get closer.
Right.
Try to circle around him.
That will give a certain advantage to missile weapons.
I'm very strong against
So
missile
what-
weapons right now.
Yeah, but we might modify the movement rules as things go on to account for that.
Wait, can you say that again?
So you can move a number of squares equal to your movement rate if you do a full move, or if you're doing a half move, you
Okay.
can move half. That
Okay,
does
so it's
mean that
basically movement
missile
in feet.
weapons are going to be really effective because it takes a long time to close distances. So we might change these movement rules going forward. We're just kind of like testing things out as we
Okay, so it's
feel
like
out the frozen
default
frontier.
2e movement rules, right?
Yeah, combat and tactics movement
Okay.
rules. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's a square is 10 feet.
5 feet.
5.
Oh, okay.
So he's
it is
nerfing
slower.
our movement by...
Okay.
Oh, okay, I guess...
Yeah, I'm nerfing everyone's movement.
Everyone
but
is
then-
moving at half of what they would normally move at by PHB rules, and then a
No,
sixth
you're
of what they
moving
move.
much less because normally you can move 120 or
feet.
120 yards and around
Feet.
outside.
By default 2e, it's feet.
Oh, we've
For
had this
combat.
argument so many times. It depends on whether you're inside or outside or combat or not. Let's not worry about it. It's not important for the time being.
All right.
So it is one of the gnolls' turns. They give out a cry and a shout, and the gnoll whose turn it is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is going to go and hide over here in cover and is
Okay.
is out of visual sight.
Okay, can you take squares diagonally?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, this one's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Except you're on a half square. How'd you end up in a half square? And Ferris, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. That guy. Oh, I hit him before. It's the same guy. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Oh, right, this guy.
Yep. So +4, I guess, because it's flanking, but no more surprise.
Mhm.
22.
Dear God,
Double crit.
that's like the third 18 you've rolled in a row. It's a single crit this time.
Single crit. Okay, so 2d6. 8 damage.
All right, you drop the gnoll to the ground.
Awesome.
God damn, Faris. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, yet the captain won't give me a fucking dagger.
You don't need the dagger, see? It would have been wasted on you. Next up is Kel Marshall.
All right, I was going to throw a javelin, but I'm going to be out of range now that they've moved. So can I do a full move instead?
Sure.
You can...
Okay.
You could do a half move and make one attack. Is that a thing?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to be in range. I don't really want to reveal my position yet.
All right, good.
So I'm gonna go around the back here.
1, 2, 3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I still? I've gone around the back now. Did you see my path?
I didn't see it, but I trust you.
I went like this,
Okay,
so I'm
cool.
trying to stay hidden. Yeah, I'm gonna wait there.
Okay. Next Noel's turn. These guys are gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and maybe a half to get there. And Grimes.
All right, I can take a shot at this knoll here.
Yep.
And let's go. Oh, probably no surprise anymore, but doesn't matter. It's a
Nope.
miss.
Complete miss. And that leaves another Noel. God, this map is too big. It's hard to show everyone everything at all points in time.
Yeah, you can zoom out. It just makes it a little bit hard to see like specific characters.
That Noel is dead. And next Noel. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And get behind this stump as well. And then Yadomir. Wait a minute, did we go all the way back to Yadomir? One of these
No.
Knolls isn't on the initiative order. Someone forgot to get added.
This guy.
This one forgot to get added, yeah.
Okay.
So you should be on. You should have already had a turn. You should be at 16. Okay.
Okay.
So
And then,
you're going 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6,
And I
7,
still have a
8,
second
9, 10.
shot for the round.
Oh, perfect. Make your second shot then. At the end
Okay.
of the
Would
round
I be able to
before Yarmur
shoot?
gets his turn.
Am I able to see one of those three guys who's hiding behind the small stump?
Yeah, but they have half cover.
Okay.
So that's a
all three of them
penalty
do?
of yeah.
Okay.
No, one of them has. Oh, there's 3 behind the stump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
was-
3
I was
behind the
wondering if I
stump
could-
all have half cover. The other one has full cover.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah,
Half
I might as well.
cover is -4 to hit.
-4.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be at -1 to hit. I mean, there's not. Would I be able to make a half move at this point?
No. You can make a half move during your turn, but at the end, if you're waiting until the end when you get your second shot, you can't
okay.
change it for a move. Yeah, you do
I'll
move it on
I'll
your
go and make that
first.
shot at -4 then. So d20 -1.
Missile ranges in feet or yards?
Yards.
I
okay.
convert them to feet, but by default they're yards. 12.
Right.
I think that's a miss.
Yep. Lands into the stump. Yaramir, it's your turn again.
Okie dokie. Yaramir is going to continue his move into, well, if he can select his token, he is going to move 1, 2, 3. Can I move under the tree? Or do I
Yeah.
go around it?
You can move under the tree.
4, 5, 6, which doesn't get him close enough to shoot anybody, I don't think. What does that say? Oh my god.
80 feet.
Out.
That's a dead knoll.
But that's also dead, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think from your...
That's like 100 feet. No, then I can't shoot it with a sling. So
Wait, what's your
I
sling
guess I'm
range?
moving, and I get
What's
as
the-
close as I can.
Sling range should be quite large.
If
yards
we're
from
going
the-
in feet, I wrote
No.
down 70.
That's 70 yards, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
gear's
let's,
listed in
let's
yard
sling at,
range.
this little guy over here.
Excellent.
Let's sling at him.
Okay. He's got 50% cover from the rocks and everything.
Does he?
Well, actually,
From
from
this
your
angle?
angle, he's probably got 25% cover. He's got a little bit.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em
So
up.
that's only -2.
A 4.
Cradle. The stone smashes against the rock there and crumbles to pieces, unless it was a bullet, and then it just lands in the stone.
No, it's a stone.
Okay. Yeah, it just clatters and breaks.
All right.
Next up is one of these gnolls, and he's going to try and climb the cliff on his turn.
So we're leaving the initiative for the whole combat.
Oh, that's right. We would normally re-roll initiative each round. God, I've been doing so much Fatal One planning, I can't remember my things.
Oh yeah. It's not like
Yeah. Why don't let's experiment leaving the same initiative order for now.
But then,
Okay.
Okay.
And then if you
Okay.
change your action, then you know what? You just change your action. This is the initiative order that we're going to have. We're going to
Sure.
try a couple of different things until we can find what really fits with this campaign. So I think we're going to be doing a lot of testing of new ideas as we go
It would.
forward.
Yeah, that does have the benefit of making combat much faster.
Yes. And then with all the movement squares, it's going to be a little bit slower, so this might be the right way to doing it. Anyway, this gnoll begins to climb the cliff face and succeeds, using a lot of his movement to get up. And then can go...
So it's 30 feet. That's 6 squares. He should move at 1/3 climbing.
When you're climbing, is climbing 1/3 movement rate?
So we move 90 feet essentially.
Maybe it's even less. It might even be like 1/5. I don't even know if he could climb the cliff and around.
In a minute, you should be able to climb the cliff in a minute. I'm saying that you're only going 12 squares because of the snow is causing you to move more slowly. Rather, if this were normal ground,
Okay.
we would have greater range. So the cliff isn't covered in ice, so he can climb it, and I think move into cover behind this tree for his whole turn. That's what, 1, 2, 3. It's 3 squares plus climbing the cliff. 4 squares and climbing the cliff. That should be fine. And next person up is another gnoll with a spear. This guy's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, beautiful.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And hiding in here. God, I'm going to just reduce these guys' size so they fit in a square properly. Okay. Ferris, you're next.
What kind of cover does that guy have? The one who just moved.
He has maybe 50% cover in the bush.
Okay. And the guy behind the tree has full cover?
Yeah, 75% cover. He's like looking out around the corner.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot at this guy with half cover, and then I'm going to move next to Grimes.
Okay.
So D20 -1. Half cover's -4?
Yes.
So -1. 11, that's a miss.
It lands in the bush, and then you do a half move, go in 6 squares.
Yes. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I can just move myself directly, except it's not letting me select myself now. Oh, you have to be on the pointer specifically. Okay, so 1,
So
2, 3, 4,
If this is a
5,
rough,
6.
dry wall, you can climb 1 at a movement rate of 1. 1 foot per round. The result is the rate. What the hell is this?
Movement rate of 1 would be 10 feet per round.
Oh, by the character's movement rate, so 12 feet per round is the climb rate.
Oh, yeah, 12.
Page
right.
163 of the player's handbook. The guy can only get halfway up the cliff and around.
You can only... Okay. 163, you said?
Thieves are doubled.
That was a rough, dry wall, right? Does that account for, like, handholds and stuff?
Yeah, I
with
think that's what-
ledges, for some reason, is still the same. Unless it's
You can
slippery.
move at 1 foot per...
What, you multiply that by your movement rate.
Yeah.
So 12 feet per round.
Ragnar has a movement of 12, and Rupert's is 8. Ragnar can cover 12 feet per round, but Rupert staggers along at a pace of 4 feet per round. Okay, so it's actually going to take him it's going to take him like 2 rounds to climb that, maybe a little more than 2 rounds.
Oh,
That
so if
seems
he's
really
still climbing.
slow. 12
he's
feet a
still climbing.
minute is... Okay,
This is like rock climbing.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's the case, I'm gonna not do the half move. Like if he's still climbing that cliff, and I'm gonna just do a second shot at that guy behind cover.
Okay. So he's still on the cliff then.
Okay.
And your second shot?
It's at the end of the round.
Okay, perfect. Next up
Oh, we
would
lost
be Marshall.
All right.
Oh, we did sort of lose Greg. I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh, he's still in the
He's just-
call.
No, he's here.
He's just not in the Discord music thing.
I don't.
All right. Let me see.
Hi,
how
Greg.
far-
Are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. You froze for a moment. It looked like you disappeared.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
No, you're fine. It's all good.
Okay.
Can we still do charge and double? Like, could we move?
Yeah,
12?
with a charge, you get to move 50% your movement rate, so you'd move 16 and make an attack.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, 18.
All right.
That math.
I'm gonna javelin this guy who's.
Whose back is to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally doesn't even see you yet.
So surprise and back attack.
No, not surprised. He's in the middle of combat, but back attack.
Yeah. But he doesn't expect me to be there, though, does he?
I'll give him a surprise roll.
Okay.
No, he passes.
All right. So +2, yeah.
Yep. Your javelin lands in the bush adjacent to him,
Yep.
alerting you, and he gives out a cry to his fellows around him.
Can I draw my sword?
You may.
After throwing the javelin. Alright.
All right. This other guy down here is going to start failing to climb a cliff. And then it's Grimes' turn.
I think for now I'll just take shots at Knowles undercover. I guess this one hiding behind a bush or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make me roll to hit.
Minus whatever cover. Nope.
Nope. Lands in the bush.
And then whatever spare movement action I have, I'm actually... no, I'll be fine. I'll sit here.
Okay. Next Noel's turn. Comes over here and begins to climb. Ooh, fails miserably and comes back to the ground. Next Noel's turn. Okay. He's going to move to here. Sees Nick, comes back to here, and is going to take a shot at Nick, who is in half cover as well.
With his spear?
No, with his bow.
Oh, he's got a bow. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a bow. He takes a long shot at you, and it goes wide and disappears over the top of the cliff somewhere. Jaromir.
I am going to move in a weird 1, 2, 3, I think 4. There, yeah. I'm gonna move to this square so I can get an angle of this guy climbing the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to pop him with my sling.
All right, roll to hit. Let's see, you're gonna get a +1 for flanking. Let's make that like a +2 for back attack since he's climbing.
Okay, sounds good.
Come on.
That is a 9.
Drop another stone as the sling goes nowhere.
Okay.
All right, that guy is finally making it up the cliff this round, and then he...
okay, so I had a second shot last round, but I didn't take it yet, and I was going to ask, can I basically just ready that second shot to fire at the first Knoll to come out of cover?
No, it's got to be used in the same round, right?
Same round, yeah, using the same round. So let's say you've got 2 shots, you can ready a shot on your turn...
Right. Basically, I'm saying that I have that second shot. Normally, I'd be able to fire it, and I'm asking if instead I can just have that shot ready.
Not ready to anything that pops out of cover. If you want to say I have this specific target, and under this set of circumstances, I can fire, then that's fine. But I want to avoid the situation where people say, you know, we all ready our attacks for the first thing that moves, and then there's a lot of like oddities that you can do with readying actions that gets out of hand. So take your shots or cover a specific person under a specific set of conditions. I want to narrow the focus of our readied actions.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
How far is the distance from here to here? 105 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ready that shot for the guy climbing the cliff then.
Okay. So he does pop out over the cliff at somewhere on the next round. So go ahead and make me a roll to hit.
Okay, so that's me +3. Is it a flanking shot?
No, it is not a flanking shot.
17.
17 is a hit on him.
2 damage.
Right. He takes it. Climbs the cliff. It was 12, and then 6 to the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into cover. So he was fine.
Should you not make some sort of save to see if he lets go?
No, because he doesn't get hit until he's on top of the cliff.
Yeah, like I shot at him after he was out of cover.
Right.
Okay, the guy over here is going to take a shot at the exposed Jaromir.
Okay.
Rolls to hit.
Is it a propelled or a thrown device?
It is a propelled device.
So I have 17 AC for this.
Sweet Jesus. It's a wild miss then.
My
Ferris.
shield, as long as I can keep them in front of me, my shield will move to interpose itself between. So I have AC 18 against thrown missiles. I have AC 17 against propelled, and AC 16 against melees from front.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that's a wild miss. Who's next on the initiative order?
Faris.
Ferris.
I think. Is that Faris?
Yes.
I'm gonna just use my round to move. I'm not really into the whole shooting at people in cover thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna move next to Grimes and get ready to assist him. So I'm gonna move I can easily move this many squares if I
4,
want.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
1,
10,
2,
11,
3,
12. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then a diagonal. I can just be like behind this log, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, Kel Marshall.
All right, what's the charge thing? +2 to hit. Well, I get -1 AC.
Yep.
All right, I'm just not going to charge. I'm going to walk up to this guy though
Okay.
and attack him.
I won't charge, but I will calmly walk to him and strike him down.
All right,
didn't
make me roll to hit.
Yes.
He can probably get a flank, no? Or does he rotate?
No, the guy's gonna turn to face you. He's not gonna just.
Okay, but that will expose his flank to Yaromir, if that matters.
Well, no. Now he's facing Yaromir.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, wild miss. No good.
Uh-oh.
You'll be
We're not
fine.
gonna worry about critical fumbles.
Okay.
Okay, next Noel's turn. You guys can't see him or what he's doing.
so do I go then?
6. No, hold on. I'm counting where he's going. 6. He failed to climb, so he's coming over here. Now it's Grimes' turn.
All right, I'll take a shot at this one with cover, facing off against. We're not doing firing into melee, are we?
Yes, we are. I think.
So if I took a shot at this Noel with cover, I'd risk hitting.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kill William. Yes, if you can make the shot, you can make a called shot to avoid firing into melee rules.
Ooh,
So,
I like that.
A shot at -4.
Yeah,
Ignores
I like the rule, but I don't like the odds at a called shot against a guy with cover.
I do like that.
Yeah.
This guy's like behind the tree. What is this big thing? Like, he's like hiding behind a tree trunk.
Yeah.
This one here?
He's like just climbed up and dashed behind a tree trunk while he examines the battlefield around him.
Okay. I think I'll ready my shot to if he pokes his head out to take a shot at him if he looks around the tree.
Sure. I take it you're actually like adjacent to the log in cover.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, you put me there. Yeah, but I'm probably.
Let's
yeah.
put you just right here so it looks.
In fact, I'm tied to the log.
You're tied. That's right. You tied yourself to the log. Beautiful.
I got
strat.
20 or so feet of slack, but.
You come to winter. You use special tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Not to steal your thing.
It's okay. Language is for all.
Beautiful. All right, this guy's turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so this guy's going to come to here and then charge at Nick, at
shit.
Kel William. So that gives him a +2 to hit, which is a 19, 20, 21, 22 against you. What is your
To hit.
AC?
18.
Oh, so it's just one shy of a critical.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Let me make sure he doesn't have +2 to hit instead of +1 to hit.
He's a
Attack
two-hit
roll.
die creature, right?
Attack roll is +1 to hit, and then 2 for charge. And there's no flank. There's no high ground. You're not disabled. You're not slowed. Oh god, it's just a hit. Okay.
Thank God I didn't charge, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his spear. I know it shows him with an axe or something, but he actually has a spear in his hand. And he gives you a good stabbing for 4 points of damage.
Alright.
Okay. Next is this other guy back here. The guy that you're fighting never did get a second shot because he's engaged with you and he's not going to take a bow shot while in melee. I think we're going to, for now, try out the house rule of missile weapons when engaged in melee provoke attacks of opportunity. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
We can play with it later if we don't like it. And this guy back here, no, you guys aren't too good of cover. He's gonna switch to his spear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's not gonna be able to get a charge in, so he's just gonna come to here.
Okay. So at the end of the round, I've had this guy didn't. Oh wait, he's about to move on his next. He already went before me.
Yeah, he went
This round?
before you.
So I can keep that ready to action to
until
shoot
your
them?
turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of having like a discrete round, I mean, we still kind of do have discrete rounds, but your held action goes until your next turn. Okay. Which makes it Yadomir's turn. The wizard
I
who can
move
stand in the
here-
open and just attack people because he's got.
I have a
Bosses.
magic user. I am smart geometer.
Yeah.
If I move here, is he still technically in cover?
I'm sorry, I didn't see where you were suggesting.
Can you see my
Yes,
arrow?
yes, I can.
If I move to the end of the arrow, is that line of sight?
It is line of sight, and I'm going to say it's 25% cover because like this corner is still covered by the bush.
If I
know.
moved one more up, is that okay?
That's still 25% cover. Yeah, he's like nestled between these two things. He's always going to have some cover against you. I don't think there's a single spot where you could be, like, you'd have to be over here not to be covered by that bush, but then you'd be covered by the log. So, quarter cover.
Okay. I will go ahead and just sling him. Yeah, why not?
Roll to hit.
Quarter cover -2.
Yes. Samurai.
Another
be-
7.
There we go. This is what
Gotcha.
you guys were looking at. I'm not used to having to show a roll 20 cam. or
Wait, are
screen.
these like bushes and stuff? Are they 30 feet tall? 'Cause,
No,
like,
the bushes aren't 30 feet tall.
Right. So like, couldn't he move like right here where the arrow is, and then there'd be no cover next to the guy, and he'd be like way taller than all these things, right? So he should be able to shoot clear over them.
Guess what?
Okay, but so the guy's not
Yes, I do.
actually standing in like the middle of this area, right? He's more closely pressed to this or pressed to this, but because we're using squares, we have to like, you know,
Yeah, that's fine. I was just
yeah. So next up is the guy who's behind the tree, and
So
I
he
think
pokes
that
his head out
is-
and triggering
Provoking
my
attack.
prepared action.
Yes.
Miss, I think.
2, 3, 4, 5,
11. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to. I can't select him on that screen. He's going 1, 2, 3. 11, 12, 13, 14, and going into a full charge right up to Ferris.
okay.
So that makes him coming at you. This is the biggest of the gnolls. He gets a +2 for charge. Ooh.
Fuck him up, Barris.
16
That's only a 13 to hit, even with all of his bonuses.
Yep. 16 AC.
Alright. His spear clatters against you for no effect. Next up is the guy with the bow. He's dropping his bow, just drops it in the snow, pulls out his spear, and gives you a stab, Nick. I'm sorry, Kel William. With a
Yeah.
natural 1 to hit. His spear clatters harmlessly off your armor. Its tip finding home in the snow, and it's Ferris's turn.
All right. So while this guy was like charging me, Ferris like propped his bow up against the log and got ready with his 2 melee weapons, and he's gonna take 2 attacks. So
Go
he
for it.
swings at him with the scimitar and the Kopesh in tempo. That's terrible.
God damn.
That's
God
also
damn.
terrible.
These rolls, man.
Yeah,
going
that's
on?
pretty bad.
rolls.
So yeah, both misses.
Marshall.
All right, I'm going to attack the one that charged me last round.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got a -1 to his AC.
Yes.
Swing and a miss.
Oh man, that's bad.
I get a second attack at the end of the round.
All right. Next up, where's this guy? Way back here.
Wait, I actually get +5 to hit. Oh no, +4.
All right. He moves all the way up. Grimes.
I'm looking quickly
All the way
between this big knoll on the other side of Ferris and the chaos down on the beach. Ferris, you got this bugger?
No problem whatsoever.
All right. I am going to let the crossbow fall on the end of its little holster or whatever and hop over the log and rappel down the cliff. Typically that requires a climbing check, but we've changed climbing rules.
And you're rappelling.
Yeah,
so
typically it's a climbing check. Rappelling requires a climbing check at +30 if it's a free rappel.
Okay.
Plus 30%.
Right, but we have changed the climbing rules.
Yeah. And
so-
the penalties are like sort of DM discretion. So I can move at normal movement rate. So 30 feet, you're gonna say it's like 3 squares to hop over that and rappel off the cliff.
Well, each square is 5 feet of movement, so it would be 6 squares down the cliff.
6 squares. Okay.
Right.
I cut the rope for the last square, whatever, fall the remaining 5 feet, and it gives me 6 more squares of movement.
Well, you have the
right?
rope tied around you and the log, right? So it's like 5 feet of rope to tie around you and 5 feet of rope to tie around the log. So you've got like 15 feet of dangle. You know, it's not a 25-foot rope who's magically attached at either end to your 25
Sure,
foot
I've
of
got a
rope.
harness on my end, so I feel like that should cut off.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the harness we can count as 0 feet then, so it's like 5 feet around the log.
Yeah, so 20 feet. Yeah.
And then
so
you can drop the 10 feet to the
I can
ground.
drop, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and you've got a tumbling proficiency?
I do. I don't want to. So I'll, if I need, I'll cut the rope and scurry down it, like grab a ledge 20 feet. I mean,
Sure, give me a tumbling check just to see if you can land properly. In fact, since you're rappelling down the rope and you're not in a free fall, you can make it at +5.
okay. Well, this is
Yeah.
just base. Add 5 to that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
okay, you're fine.
Yeah,
Easy
but
peasy.
I do cut the rope to make the last 10 feet or
All right.
whatever.
Why
And then I
don't you
can
reduce
scurry
your rope
another-
to 24 feet then, for
yeah.
sake?
I-
Okay.
And then I
you're-
can scurry another 6 squares of movement.
I think you can go
1, 2,
down a lot
3,
faster. We
4,
can just
5,
consider
6.
repelling 1 square of movement. You know, it's pretty free fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I guess I can like make it. I'll make it out to here,
Okay.
and I've actually got Does repelling? Are you going to call that an action? Or is
Yeah, you're attached to it. You want to do a charge? Is that what you're saying?
not a huck of knife?
Well, that you can only do a half move and make it
I
throw a
have
knife.
I have missile weapons style. So I
Then
can
go
make a full
ahead.
Move.
Throw your knife.
Nice.
All right, D20 plus back attack is 1.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
getting 2 is back attack, and you're hitting this guy.
Yeah.
Who's totally exposed. Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, no.
Oh my god, man, we can't.
So close, but no cigar. Your knife falls in the snowdrift.
Oh,
And I'm
shit.
suddenly feeling very exposed.
Very.
Neil, don't worry about this. I'm just testing to see how multi-rolls will work.
Cool. It's this guy's turn. He's going to move around to the backside of Nick, which puts him in good cover against Yadomir, but terrible cover against Ferris, and make an attack from behind at Kel William.
Can he just do that so easily as to get my back like that? I mean,
Wait.
One.
So
I mean, he's going 1, 2, 3.
this was the guy engaged in melee with him, right?
Yeah, there's 2 guys engaged in melee with him.
Can't we assume that he's able? Like, I always assumed that getting a back attack implied that they didn't know you were coming. Like, if he's just circling
Yeah.
around William, wouldn't William?
Sure.
Just,
So William can turn with him, but then William's back will be to the other knoll. So one way or the other, one of them's getting a back attack, or unless William gets another turn in between. So if you want to say you turn to face him, that's fine.
well, that guy's already attacked me, so yeah.
Okay. So you turn your token.
Okay.
Turn your token.
oh, you can turn your token.
Yeah. There you go. All right. He makes his attack at you. 14, 15 to hit.
Nope.
No. No dice. Okay.
Second attack. Right?
No, there's one more guy before the end of the round.
Oh,
It's
okay.
this guy over here. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
don't-
5.
He can't see me yet. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
It's like I just popped down the cliff.
And he pops over to William. Flank attack. Oh, 19 plus 2 is a 21. He hits.
Do I have my shield? Yeah.
Your shield, you're right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
So the shield's on the left side, so no, you don't get your shield for that.
It's only
what's your-
15 AC.
15, so he does crit you.
Isn't it clear by 5? It's clear by 4?
Yeah, clear by 5, but he rolled a 19, 20, 21.
So you clear by
Against-
6.
Yeah, it clears by 6. That's still a single crit. Oh my god, almost the weakest crit possible. You take 5 points of damage on 4d4.
Damn.
Oh my god, so lucky. Yadomir.
Okay. Has any of these 3 been wounded at all? I've been standing here watching.
Don't think
Not
so.
while you've been standing there watching. No. Wait, Nick, you get your last attack at the end of the
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
Alright, I'm attacking this guy in front of me.
Will hit.
Yep. Oh my god. Ooh. It's my full move if I want to back out of combat, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
takes
like
your
stop
action
from
to
action.
disengage. But it's Yaromir's turn
It's
anyway.
my turn. You can't. So, I move these 3 steps down so I can get a view of this guy kind of in the back
Mm-hmm.
because he hasn't really yet had a chance to turn. So I'm gonna start tracing the symbol of like a shooting star on my chest and chanting some words, and then a magic missile bursts forth from my chest and strikes at this one in the back.
Holy shit, the magic missiles come from your chest?
Yes.
It's a Care Bear
That's what
stare.
that's
Roll for damage.
For 3 points of damage.
Your magic missile wounds him grievously. The gnoll is badly injured by this. And it's somebody's turn. Whose turn is it?
One of the gnolls.
It's the gnoll's turn
I
up
think there's
next
a-
to Ferris. Yeah.
16 AC.
Okay. Does he get multiple attacks? No. No. All right. The gnoll is maybe 6'2". He's got heavy furs on him, in addition to his own fur, and a spear in his hand. A spear looks like it's got a
6'2".
stone head on it or something.
Tiny little gnolls. Oh, or maybe.
Yeah, I'm doing slightly different gnolls. They're large creatures. They're large for medium-sized creatures. It's a stab and a miss with a total of 5 to hit. Okay. Next up is
One of the other gnolls.
yeah, one of the ones next to Kel William. This one's got back attack against William and makes a 5 to hit.
All right.
Is another miss. Ferris.
God for that.
All right. So I'm just gonna roll 2d20, and the first one adds +2, the second one adds +1.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 13 and a 17.
Those are both hits.
All right. So it'd be D8 plus D6, and I get +2 because I'm specialized with one of the weapons. I don't think I have bonus to damage. No. So yeah, D8 plus D6 plus 2, 13 damage.
Oh dear God. You almost kill him. You get a good
I
slash
did
on him,
injure
and then a nice.
before. Did you mark that damage?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And then a wicked stab.
Yeah.
And his entrails are starting to leak out onto the ground.
Beautiful.
He looks most displeased. I believe it is Kel Marshall's turn.
All right. I'm gonna try and. There's one wounded, right?
Yeah.
The one that just got magic missiles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack him.
Another day, another life.
All
Can
right.
can I turn like this
Yeah.
for attacking him? Yeah.
Sure. All right. It is the gnoll to the south's turn. He's been moving around into a position. What is the range to Grimes? 40 feet. And how far can you throw a spear? 10, 20, 30 yards for a spear range. So he's going to pop out to the side and pop back and hurl a spear at Grimes with an 11 to hit.
Miss.
It is
15,
a throw and
15
miss.
AC.
Yep. Okay. Next up is Grimes himself.
All right. It looks like William's sticking around to fight, isn't he? So let's go for a 1, 2, 1, 2. I'll slide to there.
Hmm.
Huck a throwing knife at the back at this gnoll whose back is to me.
Okay.
Oh God!
My God, what is going on? These only have like 12 AC or something.
Ferris is like hacking through his third kill, and he's like, "Are you guys finished yet?"
And are you ending your movement there, Grimes?
So I get 2 more attacks at the end of the round, correct?
Yes.
Is that? But I need to like stand here and make them, or like, can I split up my? I've still got.
You
3
can
squares
split up
of-
your movement as long as you.
So at the end
Yeah.
of the round, can I make my attacks and then dash another couple squares?
No, you have
cover
to finish
somewhere?
your movement on your turn, and then you can make the rest of your attacks at the end. That's just that's the way that we're gonna have to do it. In
I
order
feel
to
like
keep
you're
movement
you're
sensible.
taking the worst of both worlds. This is the worst of 2E with the worst of 5E. All right, I'll stand here.
We'll play with these rules if it becomes problematic.
Like, I
but
feel like-
let's
yeah, whatever.
we'll feel this out. You know.
Yeah.
I like experimenting. All right, Sean, Kel William, Kel Marshall, whatever you want to be called. You're sort of semi-surrounded.
Certainly not Sean.
Certainly not Sean. This guy's gonna come to here. Do you want to use your? Do you want to face him? I will allow you to turn to face one creature around, basically.
No, I want to keep my shield on these two.
All right, it's a stab at your back, which just clatters off of your chainmail to no effect.
Good.
And then it's the wounded guy in front of you. He's going to take the disengage. That allows him only to move 1/3, so he can move 4 squares, I think. 1, 2. Yeah, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. I guess he can't really merge squares with his buddy, but he's going to come into like the corner of this square. You know.
Yeah. So the NPCs can move into corner squares.
You guys can go ahead and move into corner squares too. That's fine. Yaromir, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I've done what I can for him, so I'm gonna go ahead and rev up my sling, and I'm going to shoot at this one because he seems to be the most exposed.
Oh yeah, he is totally exposed to you. No cover whatsoever.
Alrighty. Mighty 2!
Oh, drop another point of ammunition. Your first battle is not going well, team. Did anybody have extra attacks at the end of the round?
I do.
Okay.
Here comes the volley of throwing knives. Oh my god.
16's a hit.
Well done! Well done! Hits all around.
Oh man.
Oh my
Still
god.
done more damage than you.
Okay. Next round. Yeah, we already went. It's the Knoll
Dude
leader
against me.
who's up against
The one who I like
Actual
hacked out his
Sean.
entrails, and he just kind of looked at me and went, "You shouldn't have done that."
Yeah. All right. He is gonna maybe back up right now, so he withdraws as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 to behind, to under the tree.
Okay.
Next guy is down here against Kelnick.
Kalnick.
Which one is it?
The one that you just threw at.
Okay.
Okay.
No chance, Neal. Absolutely none.
Man, he's got people on both sides of him. His buddy is wounded. I think he is also going to take a withdrawal. 1, 2, 3, 4. To here.
Coward.
Right. Ferris.
Okay. If I were power gaming this, I would probably go to help Nick, but I don't really know what's going on over there, and I also don't want to leave any survivors. So Ferris is going to charge this guy who's been backing away from me.
All right. Get +2 to hit and go for it.
2d20. So first one is a 22 then.
That's
and then
a hit.
The second one is a 14. Or sorry, the second one is a 13.
The 24 is even a crit.
Okay, so 2d8 plus d6 plus.
He's fucked.
Oh, and then it's how much to damage for charging +1?
I don't think there's a bonus to charge
Okay.
damage.
Okay,
No.
I wasn't sure because Lamentations does bonus damage, but I wasn't sure if that was a thing here.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing here.
Only if you're like lancing from horseback.
So
Does it
2d8
Right.
Plus d6 plus 2. He takes 11 more damage.
Okay, you eviscerate the creature. He slumps
Okay.
over and is clearly beyond the help of any possible medic.
Okay, so I'm. Do I have any movement left to like start turning back? I moved like 25 feet to catch him. I know it was a charge, but am I able to like circle around and move back?
It's a
how
good
many-
question. So, because
2,
charge increases
3,
your movement,
4,
but then...
Yeah, I would be fine with just taking my normal movement rate going back because I move 5 squares. I'll be able to move 7 more normally.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
so I'd take those squares back, and then that leaves me with 2 more.
But you attacked, so you'd only move 6.
Oh, right, you're
Because
right.
the charge allows you to increase your movement as long as you're going forward. I don't know. Do you want to just like move there and back? Is that the thing? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I was gonna try. I was gonna
4.
start because this is a ramp right here, right? This little.
Yeah.
Like, this is a ramp I can run down. I was gonna
Yeah.
start moving back to that. Go down and help.
4, 8.
I don't mind like. If
Yeah,
I
why
can
don't we just say you
there
just
and
move back to here because you're charging and then kind of retreating it with an attack, and it's 8 squares and yeah. This seems fair.
We'll call that good.
All
Marshall.
right. So this guy rotated around me. Can I rotate around him? Like, can I move 2 squares like that to come
Sure.
up here?
But
he
like how
turns
you turn to
you.
face, yeah, you turn to face him. He turns to face you.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him. Roll my first hit.
So much confident.
Yep. 11.
Nope.
That's
You're-
where your pride gets you.
All right, I've got a second attack this turn though.
Okay. This guy behind the bushes, he threw one of his spears last round.
How many spears does this guy have?
He's got 2. Now he has
But that
1.
would be his last weapon.
Right. So I think he's going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Grimes.
All right. I stride across the snow, hopefully picking up my dagger. I assume I can see it.
There was the dagger that hit, right?
No. I mean, there should be. I want to pick up the dagger, not the throwing dagger that missed. It missed against this guy. So there should be a dagger in the snow right there.
There should be a dagger in the snow somewhere. Why don't you give me a perception check to see if you can find it in the snow?
All right, I don't want to skip my attack to do this, so if I don't spot it walking by, oops, my perception is only 12, but that's still
you spot it walking by.
Yeah. So I pick up my dagger, walk up behind this guy, and I'm feeling lucky. I've missed so many shots. I'm gonna go with both daggers. So
Law of large numbers says you got to do it, right?
Something like that. I think that's how math works.
Yeah.
So this is primary. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
All right. I got
Doesn't
nothing.
go well.
A 1 and a 3.
All right. Well, it's that guy's turn now. He's caught between the two of you, and he's deciding that maybe this is not the right way to fight. So he's going 1 with a disengage. You what?
I was gonna growl in his ear, but this is fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
With a fighting withdrawal, you can choose to follow him.
Is that right?
Yes. Correct.
Both of you are engaged with him.
I'm not gonna choose to follow him.
I like the sound of that. I just don't remember it being in the books, but I like that idea. I would just want to find a way to make sure that people don't overuse their movement. Like if you move your full movement and then someone withdraws, you should be able to follow them somewhat. Maybe not all the way. I like people being followed with a fighting withdrawal, though. I do think that's the right way to do it. So Sean, and by Sean I mean Nick. Do you want to follow?
So where would I go? Like here?
Probably more in front of him directly.
No, I'm alright.
Okay. Cool. Next guy is back here, and he too is breaking up. So I think the gnolls are withdrawing right now. Are you guys going to be chasing after them generally, or can we call this an end to combat?
In fact, I'm going to change
take
my.
shots at them until they're out.
Yeah.
Like in fact, I'm changing my direction in that case. So Ferris is going to be making a half move and taking a shot.
Okay,
To
well,
be honest, Neal, if they are all retreating, then I will follow him.
Well, you see they're retreating after that. Like,
Okay.
he falls back, and then you see other ones starting to flee. So you can wait until your next
Alright.
turn, if that's okay with you. Yaromir, you're up next.
Alrighty. These guys have moved like out of my line of sight. He has like full cover if I stay where I am. So let's take a couple of squares up here like this. So we can get a little bit, well, I guess we'll go one more here. So I can get a little bit of a angle on him, and then we'll fire
This
away.
guy?
Yep.
Okay. Whoops.
Do we want to go half or quarter cover?
I think you were going to do half. Yeah.
Okay, so -4, right?
Yeah. He's got pretty good cover behind that big log.
How about a -3? How does that hit for you? Roll a -3.
I think with a -3, like you go to reach into your bag of rocks and accidentally
You heal
break
them.
it, and like the rocks fall on the ground, and you have to spend the rest of the round picking up your rocks.
Sounds good.
You hit him with a rocket
Picking them
feeling,
out-
and he
digging
gains
them
back
out of the
D4
snow.
health.
Yeah. All right, this guy's dead, so he can leave the initiative order. This other guy is gonna be. It's his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he's gonna go back here, and then it's Ferris's turn.
One. Okay. It's not letting me move for some reason. Hold on. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from here, I believe I can shoot at these guys without them having cover. with my half move to shot. Yeah, this guy has no
yeah,
cover.
you can get that guy without any cover.
All right, so d20 plus 3. It's actually a good thing I did go back because I left my bow back on the log, so that's the only way I would have had it for this. 21. That's
Hit.
a
Crit.
hit. Crit.
Dear God.
2d6. 9 damage.
All right, he drops to the ground.
Beautiful.
Marshall.
I'm going to charge this one here. Come on. Come on. I can't. How many have I missed in a row now? Like 6.
All of them.
Fuck's sake. What the fuck?
Some great leader you are.
I know, right?
Okay. This guy is going, you can't really see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then Grimes.
What does it take to set up a backstab? Like they've got to
Like
not
the
know I'm there.
thief skill assassin?
Yeah, they've got to not know. I mean, that's not.
Yeah,
something done in
you can't do it
combat.
in combat, right? You've got to be... It's the equivalent of like sneaking up to someone and running a blade in them when they're totally unexposed, or totally exposed.
I guess seeing our intrepid leader charging forth, I'll slip around the side and slip the dagger between this guy's ribs.
There you go.
For 5 points of damage.
Oh, beautiful. Where's the
Is he
plus
still-
1 to that damage from?
These muscles right here.
Oh, beautiful.
Grimes
he's
is
stronger
stronger
than
than he
Ferris.
looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's stronger than
Yeah,
Ferris.
Why are you getting the last one to hit?
Because there's another dagger, another.
Ah.
The first
attack
one,
coming.
the first attack doesn't kill him.
No.
Second attack.
No.
It never even occurred. The second attack just kind of got locked in space and time.
Your dagger teleports next to Yaromir's rocks on the ground.
It's in my hands.
Oh, I
still,
found
right?
dagger. Well, this is so strange. Elf boy will be so pleased to find that dagger.
And then in his ear, I'll bark in Noel. Lay down your arms and we let you live.
Ooh. Okay.
As I twist the dagger in his ribs.
Oh, the Knoll is unhappy and continues to withdraw. 1, 2.
I love these descriptors for how the Knolls feel after being like stabbed and slashed.
3, 4.
Like he is displeased with his entrails falling down.
All right, William, you're pursuing.
Yep.
Okay.
I
The
guess-
Knoll gives out a cry. Ryan, you can hear him crying out, "Guys, don't leave me! What the hell?" The rest of you have no idea what's being said, though. And it's Yaromir's turn.
Yaromir is a little bit preoccupied picking up stones. My fingers get cold. I don't have gloves. I don't really have good shot. I think Yaromir will simply try to keep up with teammates after he picks up stones.
Okay.
6, 7, 8. I'll get over here.
Okay. That is right there. Next up is another Knoll. Who's back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then Ferris.
Okay, so they're both fine there. I'm gonna make a full move and try and get, a view of them again.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, I'll probably do a diagonal for that as well. So there we go, 12.
Okay. Next is Marshall.
All right. Let's. How wounded does this guy look?
Well, he did get a knife in his ribs.
Is that the only hit he's taken?
I think so.
All right. I'll just attack him. Not that I'm gonna hit him anyway. What? I mean, am I rolling defense or something? What's going on? I got 2
It's a
attacks
damn
this
good
round.
thing I took magic missile. We don't have to roll the hit on that bad
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can't see his movement. Grimes' turn.
I think frustratedly I stomp over. Can I get 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can circle. I stride over, I guess, and size the Knoll up as I circle around him.
Mm-hmm.
Daggers in hand, looking at his reaction. Is he meeting my eye contact? Is he locked in combat with William?
He's fairly locked in combat with William. He seems to be more or less ignoring you.
All right.
It's a
I
mistake.
guess I'll circle all the way around him, and then I guess I'll just tell you what happens. Oh, I've been forgetting back attacks.
That's +2.
It's +2, isn't it? So there's. Okay, so I do finish the job, I think.
Yeah, your
plus
dagger
2
slides in
minus-
between his bones,
So
finds home somewhere
yeah.
in a little juicy
Finally.
bit, and the knoll goes
so
down.
4 damage is enough.
Yeah.
So
I like
guess
how it's still fucking rolled like the minimum damage possible.
Yeah.
Our
Is,
rolls have not been great.
Yeah. Was the first 2 enough to kill him?
Yes,
did
the
I
first
need
2
to
is
say?
enough to kill him. Actually, the guy whose turn we glossed over has
Mm-hmm.
a called shot, or has an attack ready for someone who showed up in view. So as you move around
Me?
him, yeah, he's
Did he make a half move?
yeah. You guys couldn't see him, so I didn't move his token because I didn't
Okay.
want to
Okay, I
reveal
was
where
like-
he was
Oh,
and what
right.
he
Can
was
you,
doing.
can you
went this
reveal
turn, okay.
now?
Yeah. Now he. Oops, it's the other guy. Oh no! Don't stretch him, you fool.
Okay, I
It
didn't.
was this guy. Yeah,
I
he
thought he
moved
was still
it.
behind the cliff, so
He is
I thought
behind
he
the
was like
cliff, but-
firing from there.
No
Okay,
one could
I-
see where he went,
Alright,
so
I
he did
feel
a half
like
move there.
I
and
get
then,
some kind of cover from that stump that's in his way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I'll give you
Bonus
partial
to 2
cover.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. 15 plus 1 is 16. Minus 2 for cover. Plus 2 for back attack is still 16.
I don't think he gets a back attack. He would have taken the shot as soon as he saw me, like when I stepped here.
Sure.
Maybe here.
Um,
I don't know. So as I was walking,
Do you
I
want
guess
to compromise
okay,
and say
whatever.
flank attack?
Yeah, flank.
Yeah, I can say flanks. That's what, a 15?
Yeah,
to hit?
which is my AC is 15. I don't
Okay,
think
so
there's
that's still
anywhere
a
I get-
hit then.
My dagger doesn't count as a missile weapon at this point, right? I do get a bonus when I'm doing missile fire versus other missile fire, but I think
Correct,
it's
but you're not
fine
doing
using
missile
this-
fire versus
yeah.
missile fire, yeah.
So this is a spear.
This is a bow,
Ooh.
which hits you for 2. Okay, and then you made your attacks. Your first attack did kill him, actually. He went
Okay,
down with 2, so if you want your second...
So I don't think I will bring the second. I think I hold. I guess I hold it back.
Mhm.
If that's possible at this point. So I drive my dagger like from the back into his shoulder,
Mhm.
Yo, grimy
barking
Come
something
help
at him
me
in
when you're
Noel,
down.
barking something at him in Noel, bringing him to his knee, and then I think instead of that second, I don't know, I bring the knife to his throat, but I would like to keep him alive. I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, he is actually at exactly 0, so he is
Nice.
unconscious but alive.
So that second attack that I rolled, I think, is basically just a knife at his throat, yanking him around,
Sure.
subduing him, and turning to see what's going on with that archer.
Well, he's right there at the edge of the cliff,
Yeah, so-
pushed against it on his side, reloading his bow. It is Yaromir's turn, though. Unless someone had a second attack lined up, I don't think anyone did.
I do, but there's no one
there's-
to attack,
yeah.
so yeah.
All right, Yaromir.
I wave hands and say, "Help me down." I tried to talk while you were fighting. I did not realize you still have things to say. I apologize, but Yaromir needs help.
It's like
He cannot
shouting
follow
and
him.
waving.
I was actually gonna ask Neil, are these cliffs like just straight down, or are they like angled in a way that you could slide them?
You could make a dex check to try and slide them, but if you fail, then you will just take falling damage.
Yaromir will twist ankle. Is bad idea.
Okay, no, I was just asking if they were sloped enough for it to be feasible to like safely go down them.
All right. Who's up next?
I believe-
Yaromir.
Yaromir,
Oh no, it's
right.
the bow.
Here.
Yaromir, are
Yaramir's
you
waving his
doing
arms.
something?
Help
Just
me
waving your arms?
down.
Okay.
Help.
So it's
Grimy
the bow
one,
guy.
rope user.
Yep.
Or go chase them and kill them. I can wait here.
Bowmen have... Well, it looks like you're in some cover there by not only the log, but also the cliff.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm like crouched over the body, so I
Right.
hopefully slightly more cover. I mean, I guess there's like a weird angle between with the log and the thing.
So he basically just moves off into somewhere where he can't be seen anymore, and then it's Ferris's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna peek over the edge of this cliff, so I make my move, and then I'll base. That uses up most of my movement. I still have 10 feet left that I can move, so I'll base how much I move now off of what I see when I look over the edge of this cliff.
So looking over the edge of the cliff, you would see no knolls, actually. Neither of them are... sorry. You would see one
I
knoll.
don't see them.
You would see one knoll. The
Is it the
archer
bow
is
guy?
missing somewhere.
Okay.
But there's this spearman down here.
So the archer, from their perspective, ran out of sight, right?
Yes, from everyone's perspective, the archer is unseen.
Okay, so nobody knows where he is.
Right.
I was very confused for a second. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move, because I can't shoot anymore. So instead, I'm going to move there. And be on the edge of this cliff and get ready to fire next round.
All right. Marshall's turn?
I can't see anyone, right?
Nope.
Alright. I'm gonna do a full move down to here.
I'm like shouting as you're running, like, William, what the hell? Fall back!
Okay. The next knoll, the one that you can
That's the
see.
one that I've subdued, isn't it?
No. The next one is the
okay.
one that's back in this little corner.
Oh,
I
okay.
keep forgetting to
You're
move the player cam, the chat cam. He's kind of stuck in this pretty awful place, but he's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to hide along the side of the cliff and make a break for it. And I think at this point, since the two knolls are going along the cliffside, and
I mean, I can also run along the cliffside and take a few
right,
pot
but at
shots,
this
right?
point, there's no they're always going to be in cover, and so we should do some sort of pursuit rules because it looks like not Grimes, Ferris and Kel Marshall are chasing after these knolls while Grimes and Yaromir are hanging back.
I would give chase if could. Do
Right.
not impugn my honor. But Cliff is too big of obstacle.
Yes.
There's nothing I can do.
I mean, I know it's a function of the rules, but charge has got extra movement rate, so eventually...
Right, so they can charge away from you and you can charge at them.
But they can't charge away because there's no
You can actually run faster than you can charge. So charge is 150% if you just fully devote your round.
Yeah, so I
running
would
to
imagine we're both
jogging.
running. And
But
then whenever
we're not
Ferris...
double.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I would
for the pursuit.
all the way around then.
For the pursuit, Ferris basically just wants to run after these guys, and whenever he has one of them like in a decent line of sight for a shot, he's gonna fire a shot at them. He's gonna like stop for a second and fire a shot. He's got like an arrow knocked as he's running, ready to just pull back and fire as soon as he sees a guy he can shoot.
I think the point is you're not like Neal wants to make some sort of.
I'm
chase
cool
rule
doing
to
like a
see if you can
chase
keep
to see if I
sight
can
of
keep
them.
up. Yeah,
Right,
I'm
so
cool.
if they're-
If they're darting
here's-
behind trees, you may lose sight of them.
If
Okay,
you're
yeah.
going to be running with like an arrow notched and drawn, you're going to be running at a reduced speed. Then if
not,
you
not
were
like drawn because I have to draw the like I'm
But-
planning
so
to like have it knocked ready.
You're
to
not
fire.
optimizing your movement for running, you're optimizing your movement for getting ready to attack someone. So you will be running slower than full speed if you're running with weapons out ready to like shoot. You know, if like you have your
I
bow
don't
and your
have
arrow.
it drawn though. Like I just have it knocked on the string, ready to pull back.
Right, but
Sean, do you have
You're
missile
still
weapon?
running at you're still in a suboptimal running position if you have a arrow notched in a string rather than if you have your hands completely free, right? Like you would never run a race with an arrow notched into a bow even if it's not drawn. So you're going to be moving at less than full speed and they will if you don't kill them from whatever shots are available, they will escape guaranteed because
Sure, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. I just want to get a few shots to try and finish them.
But what about me then?
So you can run after them. You guys are the same size, and you have the same
yeah.
movement speed. So we can
You
do
sh-
pursuit rules where you guys roll opposed initiatives, and one of you will close or one of you will escape.
Okay, sure.
But we should draw a certain line in the sand for how long we want that pursuit to go on, because
Yeah, I'm only gonna chase for a
So-
couple of
Could
minutes
go
here because
for-
I don't want to run
could
too
go
far.
As you
out.
go running, William, you hear like a shout through the trees behind you. Bloody hell, William! I'm not
Keep that one
saving your
alive."
ass this time.
Yeah, I'm not dignifying that with a response.
Right. So I'm willing to step out of combat. Turn order for Grimes.
Right.
Like I inspect the knoll. I make sure he's stable.
Oh, yeah.
I try and collect weapons. We can sort that out
I'm just
after I
not.
figure out how many minutes it is.
sure.
I'm not finishing this without attacking something successfully.
All right.
Have you-
So
Yeah.
Kel William, I would like to get. We're gonna basically do D10s, opposed D10s. They're gonna be initiative rolls. The winner
6.
closes or increases the distance by the number they roll. Sean, if you're going to be moving and waiting to make an attack,
I
then
think you will auto loot. I think Sean's
You-
best bet is to just like get a few pot shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a couple pot shots. I know they're gonna get away. My goal is to get like a couple shots off on them
Do you
before
have
they
the
do.
missile weapon style?
I do not. I did not know
So
that was
you
a
can
thing.
you can make one attack, you can move and take a half, or
you can take a half
Yeah.
move and a shot, and then a half move and a shot.
So I will do that.
So I think you just. Yeah,
I'll
so-
just get like if I can get like 1 or 2 shots off before they get away, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
why
I
don't
don't
you
think
make?
Sean needs to chase. I think Sean
Right.
should just
Yeah,
get a
I just want to get like a
attacks.
couple.
Why don't you
cheap
make
shots.
me 2 attacks? They're staying pretty close to the cliffside and you're
I am
on the
right over it, though.
cliffside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
but you know the cliffs kind of jut in and out, and you're at a suboptimal angle. Why don't you make one normal attack and one attack at 50% cover?
Okay, for the one that's a normal attack, do I get a bonus for the fact that they're running away? So it's a back attack, and
It's
I'm
a
above
back
them
attack.
on high ground.
High ground does not apply to missile weapons.
Okay,
but back
so
attack
d20
does.
plus 5 for the first attack, and half cover is minus what?
-4.
Okay, so d20 plus 5 for the first shot. 9, it's a miss, and then d20 plus 1 for the second. 19.
Is a crit.
Okay, so 2d6 for the second shot. I did 8 damage.
Oh, let's see how much HP. He has more than that for HP.
Damn. Okay.
So he survives. William, let's do a series of opposed rolls. You guys are, what's 12 times 5? You're 60 feet away from each other at the start of this. So if you win initiative, you will close the distance by that. The difference between your initiatives times 5 in feet. And then we'll just say if they get 100 feet away, or let's say, if they get like 120 feet away, we'll just say you lose them.
Okay.
So you roll a 6. They roll a 2 and a 5. So one of them increases from 60 to, what is that? That's another 20 feet to 80 feet, and the other one increases to 65. Hold on, I just need to write these numbers down. One's at 80 and one's at 65. And then they both increase the distance by 10 feet, so one's at 90 and one's at 75. You increase by 10, so it's 80 and 65 again.
While this chase is going on, can I make a dex check to climb down this cliff?
Sure.
Yeah, all right.
You increase it by 50 with this guy, so you bring him to 30, and you increase it by 70 with this guy, so you actually close with one of them.
So
high is better in this case?
No, low is better. It's
low is better, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you rolled poorly, I see.
Can I back attack this guy?
You close with him, and so we should probably do melee between you, because you catch up to him, and he stops to turn around.
Alright,
so let's just do a standard initiative roll, and we'll do this quickly, because we're basically out of time.
Yeah.
He goes an 8 for initiative.
8.
Simultaneous attacks. He takes a stab at you with a spear.
Yes!
Dropped the die.
It's really he knows that. I feel like this is like a chase, and William comes up behind him.
And he hears like William crunching, takes a look over his shoulder, and does a whirl around with his spear. Okay. Yeah. He rolls. Oh god, it's under everything. He rolls a 17 against you. No. Okay.
Is that
Give me
crit? Triple damage even? I mean.
No, it's a single crit. So double damage.
Okay. 18.
Nice. You drive it home through his gut. The other one gets away during the fray.
I can't have a pot shot javelin at him.
He gets a full round of movement, so he's well more than out of range, I think, by the end of the movement. He's more than 60. What's the range of your spear?
180 yards. No, 180 feet at max range.
30, 60, 90. Yeah, so 180. He's at 60 feet from you, so he's at short, medium range. He's at -5 to hit.
Is that the one I shot that's now running away?
No, the one that you shot is the one that he just ran through.
Alright, can I do it though, Neal?
Yeah, that's so -2 to hit, +2 to hit for back attack.
So
is
just
that medium?
Basic.
Yeah.
Normal attack.
19.
19's a hit. Your javelin finds home.
No survivors.
No,
I hate leaving survivors, man.
6.
Oh god, where is he? This guy has no life left. Where's the other one? Ah, there he is. He also fall. No, he does not fall to the ground. He survives by 1. And
chase him, Nick.
Makes it away.
Does that mean doesn't slow him down?
No, it doesn't slow him down.
From crits.
Does he take my javelin with him, or does it fall out of his back?
It's an important question. He takes the javelin with him for a little bit, pulls it out, and just chucks it into the snow somewhere. You can chase after him and try and find it.
All right.
So let's talk about recovering ammunition. All ammunition fired
yeah.
is lost unless otherwise specifically stated.
Right. I was going to say, can I collect the ones that were hits? No problem, since they like hit soft flesh. Essentially, they would not. They'd be unlikely
Do
to
you
break.
track how many arrows hit soft?
Yes,
hit
I had
people?
3 misses out of all the shots I fired.
Damn.
Which
pretty
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So-
8, 9. So I had 6 hits.
Do
Okay.
we want to just run to the end of the session, or should we take a break here and do a wrap? 15
Well, I think
minute
this
wrap-up?
is going to be the end of the session right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, we'll need to do XP and looting.
loot.
I mean, so do we want to Do we want
Yeah,
to
we're
stop
gonna-
for the VODs and do a 15-minute wrap-up, or we just
No,
keep
we're going to
going?
do it all right now, and this will we'll
Okay.
just do a 3-part session, and we'll
Okay.
figure out what Grimes was thinking about everything next week.
Okay.
All right. So, okay.
So of the
I
arrows,
can-
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and do the arrows, and then I'll recover my
Uh,
missiles.
Arrows recovered. If it's hit someone, you can recover the arrow head, but the arrow itself is damaged. Like the process of removing the arrow from the person will break it. But you can
I can't like
keep.
gut it out of them. Like I can't carve it out with a knife or something. So I mean, there's a
If
lot
you
of
don't
ways
mind
to
getting your
recover in
hands dirty and like
Oh, yeah.
literally carving open a knoll in front of
Oh,
all
yeah.
these civilized
Why don't
people.
you roll the 50% chance on
Yeah.
recovering ammunition for it?
Sure.
It would
And
be
if you
50%.
roll well, then the shaft was hard and true, and if you rolled badly, then your
Sure,
shaft.
and that would be for each arrow.
Yeah.
So 60, I don't know, 20, and I'll say 11 to 20 is good.
Yep.
So I recover
2.
no problem.
You can
And then-
recover the other 4
Yeah.
arrow heads.
And then what about the ones that were misses?
Those are gone. Bow
I
shots
can't-
that miss in the snow are just gone in the snow.
I know where they
somewhere.
were. Like I know.
Well, you
one
know
that
where
bounced off.
the knoll was when you fired, but a miss means it could have gone
I
high, could have
imagine it
gone
bounced
low,
off the cover, right?
could have bounced off the cover and fallen somewhere. Like it's. Have you ever lost something in the snow?
Okay, sure.
It's it's a hopeless
about-
endeavor.
What about javelins? I know where they are, right? One was in this bush where the first knoll was that I missed, and then one's in the back of that knoll.
Javelins are
through it.
pretty big. I'll give you an 80% chance to recover.
All right, I'll just roll 2d10. 9 or a 10 is a fail. No,
Okay.
1 or a 2 is a fail.
Okay.
Yes. Both back. All right, nice.
3 throwing knives, Neil. That,
Ooh, knives
I
are
feel
pretty
like those are
small.
big. I
Well-
feel, what? I mean, if they would leave a huge hole in the snow.
But you're
Right.
also it's like there's been a lot of movement, there's been a lot of combat. Snow has been kicked around as people have been fighting.
Sure.
I'm going to say throwing knives are easy to lose in the snow. I want to say like a 30% recovery chance. That's pretty bad.
Okay, that seems unfair, but sure.
Wet,
whatever.
I mean, worse than an
Yeah, I
arrow.
still don't get why I can't. Like arrows are brown, right? And they have like red feathers, probably. So why?
So
why
in my
is it hard to
thinking is
find
that
them in
the arrow
snow?
goes into the snow and is buried by the snow, and maybe you can find like the point of impact, but considering that there's movement and there's been snow kicked up and around, and sometimes your misses might bounce far to the side. Like, I mean, I dropped my wedding ring and I can't find it in this room that has absolutely no cover
Right, but
whatsoever.
arrows
so
are like
in
2 feet long.
and
there's-
when you're in
it's
snow
not
that's
a
up to your
cluttered
knees,
house. It's
well,
it's a bleak, snowy landscape.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll take the 30% chance.
yeah,
None of them.
no.
We're gonna
So
need
those
to
are-
order. This is some insights into the system.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to order some new weapons. I did recover 1 bolt head, I guess,
Yeah, that's
from
fine.
a Knoll's back. The others are lost.
Recovery is going to be an issue with the snow.
Sure.
Maybe that's
And
something your
can
characters
we-
didn't realize until this very moment when they're
Yeah.
looking around the snow and they're like, "Shit, I have no idea where my arrow went." But this will be part of
How
the.
difficult is it to find Little Rock?
You can find new rocks wherever you want. But
Is
your
what I
old
meant,
rocks.
Is what I meant.
If you
gonna
have
have
favorite
bullets?
rocks, they cannot be found, but you can replace rocks indefinitely.
Favorite
You-
rocks, safe in pants.
You don't use bullets.
These rocks, no need.
Okay.
No bullets, Yarmir.
I don't use bullets, I use rocks. So I just,
Okay.
rather than finding old ones, I just pick up some new.
So while Cal William is in hot pursuit, I was dealing with these Knoll corpses. So there's the
Right.
one that I subdued with a knife to the throat. I think he's not bleeding, right? He got perfectly to 0. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then I'll probably I check for a minute that he's stabilized, and then begin to search him as well as the other Knolls around.
We're tying them up, right? We're bringing them back.
Hey, you're jaunting in the woods. But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
This, I'm tying. Yeah. I brought. Yeah, this is my.
After the
Rub it straight
chase,
down.
Ferris was going to head back and start looting these corpses. Do any of them have a dagger on them?
Hold on.
I mean, you're tying them up, right?
So let's talk about what these gnolls have on them. They have
Yeah.
crappy stone spears, and they have crappy bows with crappy arrows. And they
They
have
have
shitty
any
hide
wealth.
armor that looks like they've carved off of animals, and they're just like wearing full furs on them. But even those are
Have they been
not in great
properly
condition.
tanned, or they're just rotting?
They have been
hides?
tanned, but not nearly as well as you guys tan them. These look like they've just been cut open and left to dry outside.
Do they carry any wealth? Any coins or
There's
gemstones?
no coin on them, no gemstone
Okay.
on them whatsoever.
Grimes doesn't even need to roll his
Yeah.
appraising check to see
No.
that there's nothing worth looting. So
They have
I,
very primitive technology
after all
and very
that
primitive
fictional
gear.
positioning, I'm left alone with these bodies to loot and first dibs.
You are
and
not
there's
alone.
nothing.
I am up on cliff. If you
could've
would
got down
help
by
me
now.
down, I would help you.
Yeah, bummer.
Their arrowheads are all made out of stone. So you can take their arrows if you want, but they're going to be doing reduced damage.
Well, they didn't do reduced damage to us, did they?
They did. They hit
Oh, okay.
like once or twice, and they didn't do very much.
All right.
So I appraise the situation, and it seems like there's nothing valuable worth looting, right?
No.
So
It's all right though. That the knoll that we've got alive is treasure enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see about dragging this guy back to
The fort, yeah.
the fort.
We're right on the coast, so we can follow the coast all the way.
And it's been a pretty easy day.
Oh,
of
I remember.
movement.
I know what I'm doing. I need to go retrieve my climbing harness and my 24 feet of rope,
Okay.
and then
Easy
I guess
peasy.
use that rope to tie up the knoll, like to bind the knoll, so that we can drag him back to.
Sure.
Yeah.
You guys had quite a bit of movement for the day. You have more than enough movement at the end of the day, right? You did
We didn't
3,
move very
7.
much.
Yeah. You have what was it? I rolled a 6 and a 6 is 12. You had 12 miles of movement today.
How much spare weight can you carry, William?
I mean, at full movement, I can carry another 20.
Oh, so we're not. So we will probably be slowed a little. What's the dragging scaling on encumbrance, Neal?
3
Is it
times. You can
double?
drag
Three
3 times
times?
as much as you can
So
carry.
this knoll is a third. He probably
I mean,
weighs just under
can-
100 pounds dragged.
He can walk himself, right? He's not gonna.
No, he's
He's
at
on-
0.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, but he'll wake up at some point.
Yeah, but he'll be at 0.
tomorrow
He'll be
or the
unable
day
to
after.
move.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have
Tomorrow-
to carry him back to civilization.
I think we drag him. Hopefully,
Yeah.
not dealing too much damage.
So in his furs, you tie him and drag him in the snow.
And I think William and I will need to split the load to not
Okay.
be
Yeah.
encumbered.
All right, so you
Although
are
maybe-
dragging a severely wounded, on the edge of death's doorstep creature through the snow back to your camp. There is a non-zero chance that he will not survive being dragged through the
should
snow.
we slow down and make a what do you
Can we not
call
just
it?
wake
A
him up
litter
Could
for
and,
him?
punch him
like-
with fire.
Why don't we just
I'm
wake
sure
him
it
up?
would work.
He's
and-
at 0 HP. Even
he's
if he
not
wakes
gonna
up, he
be-
can't
yeah.
move. Yeah, he's critically injured.
Okay.
So should we carry him and slow down? How much daylight is there left?
You're about halfway through the day.
If
I
we constructed a rather quick, like sleddy thing, like an emergency sled. You know how when people break a leg or something, they kind of get drug along behind.
Yeah, get like a
an
big plank of wood.
thing?
Yeah.
I have the skill in both anatomy and medicine. Could I instruct one of our stronger characters in like the method to make a like sling or sled to like quicken the pace?
Sure,
keep
you
him
can
up.
like splint his, or you can bind his wounds enough that he might be slightly less likely to die along the way. As for making a sled, you like
I mean, we just want like a big slab of wood to drag him on.
right,
keep
but
him
you
off
know
the snow.
you're out in the middle of nowhere.
What is our
slice a
movement?
slab is difficult. You could maybe make a put him on some branches.
Yeah,
and
two
have-
branches tied together and then lean them on both of them. You drag
Right, or even just like a big cut off a branch that has all the needles and things
Yeah.
coming off of it, and rest him on that and drag him back for a slightly increased movement speed. But let's say the knoll is maybe 230 pounds total, so 230 divided by 3 is 76 pounds. Let's just call it 75. Yeah. Do you guys have 75 pounds
We
of
don't.
free
I think
pull
we're
between...
No.
I can add another 10 before I'm encumbered. Sorry,
I'm in
number
the
11.
same, but I need 10. So I think we're going to be going back at 2/3 movement.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So you have 7 left.
We can
7
probably-
5 by 3. You have 4.5 miles of movement, and it's about 4 miles back to camp. So that's
Get
fine.
in at nightfall.
Just as the sun is beginning to set, you
Beautiful.
pull yourself into camp with this knoll.
And
But should we
Ferris
deal
instructs
with-
Yarmir to like periodically check on the knoll, make sure he doesn't die on us.
Yarmir, how do you feel being instructed to do things by this guy?
Is okay. I am weak and physically unfit. Occasionally, I need to take advice. If it was a thing of knowledge or of the arcane, perhaps we would have words. But for survival, I know my limitations.
Okay. All right. Everyone ends up back in camp.
I think there'll be questions to be answered about the null, but let's deal with that next time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
we don't have
I don't
time
think
for
we
that.
should.
Can
I
I?
don't think we should gloss over it as well, man.
Right.
I
We
think
will
we
start next week or next
With our
session with Noel in
interrogation or whatever.
Yeah.
But can we figure what is the response at the camp when we come into town or come into the fort dragging the knoll?
Is that not
well,
for next
people
time?
are coming out to look. Whoever
Mm-hmm.
there's 3 squads of 8 people plus a sergeant. One squad is usually on watch duty, one squad is usually resting, and one squad is usually doing some sort of gathering of supplies or resources or hunting or something like that. So that's kind of how the rotation goes. You come in and find the people who are resting to come out into the middle of the camp. Let's actually go to the camp page to take a look at this thing you've dragged back.
This is a wall. This is an open walled inner courtyard.
Open
Like on the
courtyard
Yeah.
with walls, yes.
Yeah.
And what is this, a gate or is it a door? Like how do we?
It's a gate. I mean, a door and a gate are kind of
All
similar
right, but it's
things.
double doors.
Yes, double doors
wooden
and
double
open.
doors. Okay. So they have to open them for us to let us in.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Someone on the watchtower that's like, they're back.
Yes.
Yeah.
They let you in. And I think for a moment, the knoll is on this branch just kind of laying in the middle of the yard
I shout,
as Captain Hughes comes over and
We-
the
who's
soldiers
hungry?
come over.
We brought supper.
We need to interrogate him and find out where the rest of his kind are.
Captain
Hughes,
Hughes
is there
looks
somewhere where
around.
we can keep him?
You've seen the entirety of the fort. We don't have a brig.
Then he'll have to stay in our chambers.
I beg your pardon.
Well, where else is he going to go? He'll freeze out here. The storeroom? Could eat all the food. It's the safest
Yeah,
place for
right.
him. Let's just lash him to the beds and keep watch on him.
If we must.
Is there,
Perhaps that should be the first thing we build.
Yeah, good idea.
So the tower is just like a open air tower.
It's
There's
got
no,
a
like,
roof
room
on
in-
it, but there's not but it's short
and
walls.
underneath it, you can like walk underneath it.
It's
like-
just
okay.
pylons going up.
Okay.
If you inside of the yard of the fort, it's considered outside, so you take
Yes.
cold damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I gauge how long this guy has? How much warmth this guy has? How many
That's
hours?
a good point. I didn't figure out his warmth armor. He's wearing hide armor. So what does that give you for warmth?
If it's,
It's
head to toe,
12.
12.
that's not including neck and foot slot. So if he's
Right, no,
if
he's
he's
just-
got a he's okay. If
He's
he's
wearing-
just got armor, it's 12.
Yeah, he's
Well,
got the same bonus as me.
Okay.
So he's probably alright, like, depends how much he's been traveling.
Yeah, but he's also been badly wounded and has been losing blood. So he's in a
That doesn't
precarious
affect.
state.
That does not affect the warmth system, right? It'll drain
It
his
should.
con, maybe. Like, this is not a realism simulator. And didn't we decide to make that system separate from HP intentionally?
Yes.
Yes.
So don't go backing on it now.
All right. So the knoll's there. We'll see some medicine checks next week, next session, to see if you can keep him alive through everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Let's
we'll
get some-
deal with the
I
rolls
also-
for the knoll's survival next session.
I also fill
Okay.
out a new requisition form.
4.
3 broadhead arrows and a dagger.
Yeah, we're gonna need some blades.
I don't talk to anybody doing it except for Hughes when I ask for the form. And then I just leave the form.
Loving the bureaucracy. Meanwhile, I will not be filling out any forms. I will just be complaining about how I don't have any daggers. Can we get some experience points?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And what do we decide
what
on starting experience? Are we starting
Just
at the
base for the
same?
level.
Just base for your level. Yeah.
What? So I start with less experience than the rest of
Yeah,
the party?
because you've been
You were
locked
in
in jail
jail.
for a few months.
The wizard starts with
what happens
That
with my
sounds like
my
a-
form
what-
meal?
Hold on.
Okay.
You guys are drawing my attention in 10 different directions at once. We're talking about forms and arrows and jails and experience points, one thing at a time.
Okay.
So, requisition forms, you go ahead and you get your 3 broadhead arrows. Your dagger is rejected again. Clearly, you don't need a dagger. You're fine. You know, they get a recap of what happened in the battle, and she gives you a look and's like, you don't need a dagger. Stop trying to requisition
need to
things you don't need.
I can fletch more arrows. I can. I like go on about all the things that you can use a dagger for in wilderness survival.
Borrow one from one of your companions.
So we'd have fewer daggers than men in the party.
Well, maybe you should have come more prepared.
Why is it my responsibility to be geared for your expedition?
This is your expedition. If you have a complaint, you can always go talk to Captain Hughes about it. Says Corporal Alicia.
Ferris walks off muttering, and I do go to Captain Geneva Hughes. And I say, your quartermaster does not seem inclined to allow me to possess a dagger.
I think you're allowed to possess a dagger.
Then why have 2 of my requisitions been denied? A dagger
I don't
seems
think
like a
we're
rather...
giving you one from our supplies. We have limited, and our
And
daggers
you
are
wouldn't give
needed
it to
for
those
our
going
tasks.
out into the frontier.
Quartermaster words are final. Sorry.
All right, I go back to our quarters and I say, William, do something about that quartermaster before I shove my saber down her throat and kill her myself.
What's wrong?
This will be much nicer. Holy cow.
Well,
You
that
need a dagger.
escalated quickly.
Faris,
Yes, I need a dagger.
I'll give him my dagger.
All right,
All right.
I take the dagger. Jesus Christ. And I start to fletch 4 new arrow shafts.
Okay. We will do healing, arrow creation, knoll interrogation, and all of that on our next session of play.
What XP we can do now?
The XP we can do now, yes. It was that plus some role-playing experience, plus you just arrived to Caledonia.
Plus, I
Divided by
saved a child
4.
from drowning. Bonus
You did. Oh,
experience.
yep. You did save a child from drowning.
And we capture Null, which has got to be...
So, are you doing group experience, Neal?
Yes.
You're doing group experience, but I start at lower?
Ooh,
What
that's
is
a good
it?
point. Well, if we start
Because
you...
Because we didn't start as a group.
So do you want to make him a level 4 thief? No.
If everyone starts
Oh, yeah,
at
I guess-
2,500
Keeper of the
experience,
system
everyone would start at
all
level
different
2.
Rates.
If everyone started at 2,500 experience,
If you want to
everyone
start
would
us at
start at level 2,
2,500,
right?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Right, because
I'm okay
you're
with
you're
that.
using cleric XP instead of thief XP now with the
Correct.
thief rebuild. So everyone's level 2 with 2,500 experience to start.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Alright,
Okay.
got it.
And everybody takes home an additional 525 for today's
So
session.
that will level me up.
Fuck. Okay, I guess you get leveled.
You said
Alright, so
525?
525. Yeah.
Are we doing away with 10% bonus?
No,
Or-
we are not doing away with 10% bonus.
So
Does
everybody gets it except for me.
Yep.
I
So they
suppose-
dropped it to 16.
So is that on top of the 525?
Yeah, it'd be 525 plus 10%.
So that gets very annoying with 2E, where there's like actual reasons to go with a low strength fighter.
You know what? We're just doing it the way that we're doing it.
All right.
577 for those of you that have your 10%, 575 for those that don't.
577 and a half.
Okay. Should I go ahead and roll my HP now?
Sure.
Neal's pissed that someone leveled in this first session. Ugh.
3. Wait a minute. That's not the right HP
Oh,
roll.
you're right.
You're
I
rolling
get
a
a D8,
D8,
don't I?
please.
Six.
you go.
That'll do.
And then
Nice.
you get 100 points to spend on your thief stats.
Yeah.
Each point takes a number. Each skill takes a number of points equal to what you want to bring it to. No more than 50 to any one.
Yeah, I'll sort that out next week. And I believe
and your
at level
assassination
3,
goes up a little bit.
Oh, that's right. And I believe at level 3 I get +1 to hit.
Yeah. Something like that.
Or +2 to hit. No, it's 2 every 3.
It's,
so
it's
+1
2
to
every
hit.
3, yeah.
+1 to
So
hit.
you should get 1 at 3 and 1 at 4, and then 1 at 6 and 1 at 7. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Good game.
Whew.
Yep. Good game.
Good game. So let's do a quick chat about the next time we can play, because I think, Ryan, you're out all next weekend?
Yeah, I definitely can't do Sunday. I might be able to try and do like I'm traveling. So
Okay. So you're out next week. I'm going to be at the Wizard Stream of Annihilation the weekend after that. So
What?
I'm out.
The what? Sorry. The what?
Stream
Sorry.
of Annihilation. It's a Wizards of the Coast thing. They're releasing some new content, and so they're flying some of us out to their
that's
headquarters to do some streaming with them.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Badass.
So the next time we might play would be the next week, which is the 10th or 11th, but someone is AWOL as well.
Yeah, I can't do Sunday at the agreed time. I might be able to do it 4 hours
Is
later.
it possible we could look into doing like a weekday, which I know we don't normally do?
Probably
but,
not, but so we're going to have at least a 2-week break, everybody. So we'll figure out our exact play time offline,
sorry.
and we'll announce it on Reddit and all over the place when we figure it out. That's reddit.com/r/Koibu. So stay tuned there for updates.
someone gonna start a Q&A or
Reddit.
whatever.
Yeah,
It's
I'll put it
short
up
stuff.
right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I always forget until like the last second of the session. Text
All right,
post.
guys. Thanks for
All right.
tuning in. Neil, thanks for running the session.
My
Yeah.
pleasure. It's been
Yeah.
fun. We will experiment with rules and do some more stuff next time. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.